In the words of the great Britney Spears, oops, it happened again. Today, we learned that the Secretary of State's office in Idaho has gone out on a Donald Trump stolen election wild goose chase at the behest of Mr. Pillow, Mike Lindell, the wealthy CEO of the My Pillow company, who has made a whole new career for himself recently as a full-time promoter of the conspiracy theory that the last presidential election shouldn't count and Donald Trump should just be allowed back into the White House. Can't we all agree? Now, in the presidential election, Idaho was not exactly a close call. Trump beat Biden in Idaho by more than 30 points. But still, apparently, Mr. Pillow is bothered by that margin. He got in touch recently with the Idaho state government to tell them that 30% is not enough, that he's sure that Trump won by tons more than that in Idaho, but for some reason, somebody bothered to shave down Trump's margin of victory in every county in Idaho, so he'd only win by 30-plus points. Every county was hacked. Mr. Pillow guy says he can prove it, and he demands an investigation and an explanation from the state. And at one level, that's kind of par for the course, right? Like, this is this guy's new job, and this is the kind of thing he asks for. Okay, that's adorable. But Idaho decided that if the Pillow guy was going to make this kind of allegation, then the actual state government, the Secretary of State's office, should expend resources, taxpayer dollars, from the good people of Idaho in order to officially investigate what the Pillow guy says. And so they did, even though it sounds like they kind of knew from the beginning that this was going to be folly. The Idaho Secretary of State's office saying in a statement, quote, "Once we had the document in hand from Mr. Lindell, we immediately believed there was something amiss. This document alleged electronic manipulation in all 44 counties in Idaho, but at least 7 counties in Idaho have no electronic steps in their vote counting processes." Quote, "That was a huge red flag. Yeah, you think? Your computers were hacked, and I, the Pillow man, can prove it." "Okay, sir, but you know we have no computers, right?" Is that weird? Is that going to be an issue? Is it possible you hacked my hand as I was counting on it? Nevertheless, the Idaho Secretary of State's office decided they would recanvass 2 of Idaho's counties where the Pillow person said that Donald Trump had so many of his votes switched to Biden votes. They did a hand recanvass of the physical votes in order to test the Pillow guy's theory that the magic computer machines had stolen the election, even though they weren't used in these counties. They did the recanvass in these 2 Idaho counties. It was completed. Between the 2 counties, the number of votes cast for Joe Biden changed by 0. The official certified count was, in fact, the same number for how many Biden votes there were in those 2 Idaho counties. Now, the number of votes cast for Donald Trump, however, in those 2 counties, looks like that might have been a little high. After the recanvassing of those 2 counties, at the insistence of the Pillow guy who's trying to prove how Trump was robbed, after the recanvassing of those 2 Idaho counties, Donald Trump's vote total in those 2 counties declined by 8. So Donald Trump's margin of victory takes a little hit in Idaho, drops by 8 votes. Biden did a little better than expected. We now know, thanks to the Trump election conspiracy promoters, getting these random rural Idaho counties to keep redoing their vote counts in the hopes that if you dig deep enough there will finally be a pony or Hugo Chavez or piles of bamboo or whatever it is.